is me, Sukai Todd, and I am here today to review WandaVision Episode 3 Spoiler Review. Quick disclaimers, these are all my subjective opinions. Take what you want, leave the rest, and if you think WandaVision is super woke, female empowerment, blah 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 blah, please click off now. You have 3 seconds. Bye, thanks for watching. Okay. And for those of you who are enjoying these reviews, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe. I have a lot more content coming, so look forward to that. And let's get into our individual characters. And forgive me, I've been having sinus trouble all week, so I apologize for that. But starting off with Wanda and Vision Maximoff, they are parents-to-be in this episode, very clearly. And in episode 3, Wanda is very along in her pregnancy journey, let's put it that way. And Vision is preparing to be a proud papaya. That was a great joke. Did he ad-lib that? I just want to know. Shout out to Paul Bettany. He did a great job. But, yes. Vision and Wanda are preparing for their, what seemed to be one child, but if you've seen the show, you already know. And if you haven't, again, this is a spoiler review, so you can continue watching this if you want it to be spoiled, but if you don't, please watch the show on your own time. Thank you. But it turns out that Billy is Billy and Tommy. Let's put it that way. Is it Geraldine or Geraldine? Somebody tell me in the comments politely, please. But yes, Geraldine is in this episode of WandaVision. She helps Wanda get through the birth of her first child, Tommy, which was quite an interesting scene. When Geraldine, somebody correct me in the comments politely, when Monica helps Wanda give birth to her child, Tommy, it was really interesting to watch, especially with the whole house going psychotic. And seeing how Monica reacted to seeing Billy and Tommy as they were napping in their cribs, it was really interesting to watch, as she realized that Tommy kind of resembles Pietro, which we will get into Wanda's brother Pietro in a later review after I make some different content, because the show is going to take everything. This show is very emotional and it's taken a lot of time to make these reviews, so there's that. But I think Monica did a really good job overall. So I don't think Agnes was really in this episode as much, and again, not a hater of Catherine Hahn, I'm just not a fan of Agnes. You'll see why in a later episode review, if you can't already pick up on it. But when it comes to Herb, he seems a little off in this episode. And the way he's trimming the wood of his neighbor's house, which I think is a reference to the show Home Improvement, starring Tim Allen, so there's might be a little satirization there, but I'm not entirely sure. Satirization? Poking fun at Home Improvement a little bit, I think. But that's purely hypothetical. It's just a theory, to be honest. But my take on why Agnes isn't really in this episode as much is mainly because we're starting to realize that things really aren't what they seem in the quaint town of Westview now in the 1960s time period of television. And Wanda being pregnant and her accelerated extremely accelerated birth of Tommy and Billy and Tommy, was a little crazy to watch. Even this retrospective time, this, I won't say second, third time watching this, third or fourth. No, it's my third time watching this. It was, especially when the stork came out, it was really weird. It was humorous, though, don't get me wrong. When I saw the stork and the whole Wanda's having children metaphor, I was like, hey, I see what you did there. And it kind of took me back to the first time I saw it in full with my mom on New Year's Day 2023. There were some funny moments with that, but yeah, I think they weren't really in there for reasons. Dr. Nielsen, while he's not a major character in the show, as far as I know, he does play a rather big role in the early part of the episode, because he basically confirms that Wanda is pregnant, and he also lets Wanda and Vision know that he's going to Bora Bora, or is it Florida? He's going on a vacation, but things don't go exactly as they're planned, and Dr. Nielsen does wind up helping Wanda with the birth of Billy, so that's a good thing. But it's also kind of weird because he realizes he just doesn't really want to escape from his small town to a nice beach in Florida, which, I mean, I don't know the inflation rates in New Jersey, so I can't really comment on that, but had to put that in there, sorry. But for me, I think Dr. Nielsen's role is quite intriguing, and it continues to kind of unravel the way WandaVision is going, and particularly in the next few episodes. I think he's also a very clear foreshadowing of what's coming in the next episodes of WandaVision. So, and also I think the actor who played Dr. Nielsen was great. He did a great job playing kind of the stereotypical 1960s-esque or ish family doctor adjacent, ready for a vacation. He fit the trope well, and he executed it well, in my opinion, personally. So Wanda and Vision are now proud parents of Billy and Tommy, and for those of you who don't know about the TV magic, I'm about to burst some bubbles. The children, the toddlers you see in the in that episode, they are not newborns, okay? I'm sorry to burst people's bubbles, but those toddlers are not newborns. They're at least 4, well, I won't say 4, 2 to 3 years old. They're babies, yes, but they're not newborns. And that's a very common trick that they use in television, which I appreciate. And they made it kind of clear that these weren't newborn children, which makes it a little hard to watch once you watch Multiverse of Madness, aka Doctor Strange 2, which, don't worry folks, I'll be reviewing that movie. But yeah, that's what every mother does. Anyway, says the chick who's not planning to be a mom, unless it's who a fuzzy wuzzy little puppy, which we will get into Agnes a little more when that topic comes up in my episode review for episode 5, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. But yeah, for Wanda and Vision, they're now proud parents to 2 young baby children, Billy and Tommy. And Tommy looks a little bit like Pietro, who was possibly killed by Ultron. Ignore a zooming car. If you heard a loud car in the background, I apologize to my viewers. But Monica, we find out at the very end of episode 3, the magic number. We found out at the episode the end of the episode, episode 3, Wanda was removed from the illusion, the hex, because it's shaped like a hexagon. It will make more sense for those of you who are watching this for me to spoil it for you when we get into episode 4 and 5. But Wanda is removed from the hex of WandaVision. Monica is found in front of the sign of Westview, and a lot of what look like government agencies, which they sort of kind of are in the MCU world, Marvel Cinematic Universe world, in the MCU. But it's a kind of a jarring moment. But then they play, I believe it's a cover of Cheer Up Sleepy Jean. I can't say for sure it's the original version, but I think it's a cover, and it's a really great cover. One of my favorite covers used in the WandaVision series, along with another cover that we'll get into in the next episode. Excuse me. So, WandaVision episode 3, watching it in this retrospective space, it's starting to really feel heavier. Like, the emotions in WandaVision are getting much more intense in this version. And again, watching it for the first time in full, it was intense. Especially when all the power went off in the entirety of Westview. That was funny and also weird. Especially when Wanda was like, "It stopped." The way she said that is forever iconic. But episode 3, in this retrospect that I have right now, is really heavy. I won't say it's totally dark, but at the ending, when we see Monica blown out of the hex, blown out of the illusions of WandaVision, it's like, oh my god. It just got real. I don't know if I can curse, I'll just say, ish got real. Ish got very real in that moment. So it was a really interesting scene. And it really kind of encapsulated the first 3 episodes in a way. And the story, while it didn't conclude it, it really brought to life the dark underbelly that I talked about in the past reviews so far. Like, we're finally realizing that this WandaVision isn't exactly as idyllic as it seemed. Like, we're realizing that it's not what it was. As cheerful and poppy and bright and genius as the TV era transitions were, it's not what it seemed. And I also forgot to critique, but my critique for episode 3 really wasn't, I didn't really have too many complaints for episode 3. I thought the bipolar house was kind of funny, how everything was kind of going crazy in Wanda's house. I found that funny. Excuse me. Mainly because it's not even hinting, it's getting more explicit in the ideas that she's not just some random Avenger. She is the Scarlet Witch, which is her code name in the Avengers films. So it's starting to become much clearer now that she's not just code name Scarlet Witch, so to speak. You could tell that house acting crazy was not acting crazy by itself. It wasn't just out of nowhere. So I guess after Wanda and Vision created Billy and Tommy through magic, like every mother does, the magic of pregnancy for a mother such as Wanda happened, and that was really intriguing and kind of scary, but also funny, so I'll give props to that. But my main critique of episode 3 in this retrospect would be Geraldine's character. Not that she was necessarily bad, and like I said, they satirize a lot of tropes that were popular in the era of those shows that WandaVision is kind of both paying homage to and satirizing, so it wasn't terrible, but some of it felt kind of over the top. I don't think it was necessarily bad to have it that over the top, but when Cheryl was like, he hired me, I just, it felt weird. But these are my thoughts. Subjective, of course. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Play nicely. Comments are strictly moderated. Thank you for watching.
5, 4,
See you in our next
3,
episode.
2, 1,
Bye now.
0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.